What kind of misinformation that we have on social media platforms regarding cure of cancer?
Drinking some herbal tea is going to cure cancer.
There are so many health and fitness tips, how to cure cancer and all. Should we trust them?
If they do have a degree which backed that information which they are spreading,
What is the most common myth that you came across?
treatment itself is more harmful than treating the cancer.
Hello and namaste everyone. I'm Khushbu Kapoor and today we are going to dive into a very insightful podcast. Today we are going to talk about myths surrounding cancer and we are so delighted and honored to have Dr. Mansi Shah with us. Hello doctor, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Okay, doctor, the first question that came across my mind while having the look at the myths surrounding cancer, it was, does sugar really feed cancer?
So I think that's a very common question which gets asked in our clinics or for a lot of patients who are taking cancer treatment. So my short answer will be no.
Okay.
Sugar is actually important for all our organs, including our brain, muscle, immune system to work. So cutting down sugar is not a choice. If you cut down sugar from your body completely, it will take it from an alternative pathway. So no, sugar does not treat cancer or help in curing cancer, or stopping it completely is in fact going to make you weaker during the aggressive cancer treatment which usually the patients go through. But having said that, obesity and sedentary lifestyle again is linked to a lot of cancers like breast, colon, and prostate cancer. So maintaining a healthy lifestyle with a balanced diet and doing daily exercise, I think, is more important than just focusing on cutting down sugar from your diet.
People are so health conscious these days. We do care about our diet and lifestyle so much, and we intend to use microwaves a lot. So, are using microwaved food is dangerous for our health?
So again, I think that's another myth. Microwave again is anything that causes cancer will go and attach to your DNA and damage the DNA, and that's how the mutations happen, and that's how cancer will start. So microwaves again are non-ionizing radiation that will not go and attach to your DNA. So no, microwave or heating up your food in microwave is not going to cause you cancer. It's not like going through X-rays, mammogram or CT scans which use these ionizing radiation.
Right. Doctor, I would love to ask you about the alternate therapies. Like, can Ayurveda or any herbal therapy that can cure cancer, is there any way?
So I think that's a wrong question to ask to a scientific medical oncologist, because I think we as a community always have these contraindications with our probably fellow Ayurvedic colleagues. So there's no proper evidence to back that. Maybe it can be used as a supplementary source to probably increase your immunity or probably for some other ailments, chronic conditions, but no, it does not cure cancer. I think one example is Sidhu's wife, which was such a big misinformation, who took the medical treatment, the proper medical chemotherapy. She underwent the treatment, and people only focused on the supplementary part which she took in the form of Ayurveda. So I think our science is backed up with a lot of research. Millions of dollars go into that research, and we have randomized trials. We have the treatment is gone through a lot of patients, thousands and thousands of patients undergo that treatment, and then we come out with the results.
Doctor, what is the most common myth that you came across?
I think one dangerous myth is that the treatment itself is more harmful than treating the cancer, right? That is one place where we have to convince the patient that probably taking chemotherapy, they feel that they are going to die just out of chemotherapy, listening to your next door neighbor or some distant relative who might have some other problem during the treatment. So yeah, treatment is a little toxic, but it is not impossible to go through that treatment, and not every treatment is same. So I think diagnosing cancer at an early stage will decrease, first of all, the finances, the financial burden decreases, the treatment duration decreases, and the side effects which come with it also decreases. So I think the focus should be more on how to prevent cancer, how to catch it early, how to spread awareness, than developing these myths about cancer.
Right. Very rightly said. Doctor, as we see on social media, on several media platforms, there are so many health and fitness influencers giving us health tips, fitness tips, how to cure cancer and all. As a common man, as a common person, should we trust them?
So I think the common man is smarter than people, to be influenced by such influencers. I think you should always see if what their experience is there in that field, particular field. If they do have a degree which has backed that information which they are spreading. And I think also that if they have made that product and or they are being sponsored by something, I think people are smart to figure that out. But unfortunately, I think fear is one thing which plays on people's mind, and that's how the influencer get attention, I feel. But correct way is to listen to a trained professional, because I think
Right.
12 years of our knowledge is how to treat cancer and how to avoid the complications of the cancer. So I think that should be important.
And one more question related to the same misinformation concept, that what kind of misinformation that we have on social media platforms regarding cure of cancer?
The same thing that drinking some herbal tea is going to cure cancer, because the
Right.
influencer itself is producing or manufacturing that herbal
Right.
tea, or cutting down sugar completely, or following a particular diet will prevent. I think as doctors, we do not give 100% guarantees, and maybe that's why people are more biased towards the person who is actually giving 100% guarantee. So there is no 100% guarantee in life, I think. So I think you should be aware that somebody who's fooling you probably will give
Right.
you a 100% guarantee, and the one who's been backed by science will not.
Correct. Doctor, at last, would you like to give some message to our viewers?
So I think hope should be always backed by evidence, and I think you should not let fear or some viral post or your distant relative decide the line of your treatment, and it should come from a trusted medical advice and an open conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your valuable time
Thank
and
you.
for sharing your insights and expertise with us. Thank you so much, Dr. Mansi Shah.
Thank you.
So this was Dr. Mansi Shah with us, and I hope that you got a lot of information from her. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.